So today we're going to be making a pot roast. We'll be cooking it for tomorrow because today we'll be having chicken wings for dinner. So here's my ingredients that I will be using. I'm going to be searing the roast first, and I'm going to be using Meat Church seasoning salt. It's very good. I get it from this guy I follow on YouTube. Now the bottle broke, so that's why it's in a mason jar right now. I'm also going to be using some onion powder, some garlic powder, so I could sear the meat first. Then once I put it in, I'm going to be using some cream of chicken, some cream of mushroom, some potatoes, which I did get from Aldi, and they're in a can. It's good if you have fresh potatoes, but this is what I had in hand, so that's what I'm going to use. And I also have some carrots I'm going to be using. I'm trying to get rid of my carrots because I don't want them to go bad, and an onion soup. Now the meat I'm going to be using today is going to be a rump roast. Now with rump roast, they're a lot leaner than chuck roast, so you have to cook it very slow during the day and let it just keep cooking and cooking. Now I buy my meat in bulk. I bought a fourth of a cow from Agridime, and they gave me chuck roast and they gave me rump roast, but I want to start getting rid of my rump roast. Chuck roast has a lot more fat in it. This one doesn't have as much fat in it, so that's why I think it takes a little bit longer to cook. So what we're going to do right now is first we're going to go ahead and season the meat. So I'm going to be using, like I stated, the Meat Church, which I like. Like, I don't season things with just salt and pepper. That's not what I do. A lot of people do that, and to each his own. But I like flavor on my food, so I'm going to use what I have. I have a lot of Spanish seasoning, which I use a lot more, and you will see that in this channel a lot. Because that's just what I like to use. I don't like to use just salt and pepper. To me, that's just plain, and to each his own. And all right, so we're going to go ahead and preset this machine. This is Go Wise, which my mother bought me, and I appreciate that she bought it for me. And it's hard for me to mess around with because I can never remember how to do this stuff. So I'm just gonna get it to saute, if I could remember how to do this. Ah, goodness. No. Oh. The saute button would be good to use. It is what it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and starting to heat up right now. And I'm gonna take the avocado oil. If I could open it, since I'm using one hand, and start heating up a little bit of the oil on it. So just gonna add a little oil in there. Put this a little bit closer to us so we can see what's going on. So here we go, and I'm waiting for it to heat up. While that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and put some garlic powder on it as well on my meat. I'm also going to put some onion powder. I just wanted to have a lot of flavor because you want to taste your food. You want it to taste good. You don't want it to taste bad. So we'll go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to just transfer it the other way while that heats up. And don't mind me, like I stated, I'm using one hand today. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put more onion powder, well, garlic powder, and some onion powder on this. And it looks like it's heating up. Now me, I lose patience very easily. So what I'm going to do is start putting it in there so it could start like heating up and sauteing on here. Yeah, no patience, like I stated. So I'm just gonna put it in there and just let it saute for a few minutes to make sure that everything is good to go for that meat. Like this is, like I stated, this is my mother bought this for me for canning because I do can a lot, or I'm getting better at canning. But I'm just waiting for it to just heat up. So here goes my rump roast. it is actually searing right now. And I am going to go ahead and turn it. I just want that caramelization that you see on there to just look nice and beautiful and just take that color. And just going to give it a few more minutes to just go ahead and do its thing before I start putting everything together and putting it on for about 8 hours till it's tender, maybe longer than that, because like I stated, they're very lean. So as you can see, all that caramelization of all the seasonings on there. Oh, that's gonna be just so good. All right. So let's check the other side. Oh yeah, I am liking this. Look at that. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this. And we're about to add everything else that we need to add. So what we're gonna do is just gonna add the potatoes, which like I said, I do buy original ones, don't get me wrong, but like I stated, that's what I had on hand. You know, I tend to buy a lot of stuff from Aldi. I go to different stores and order stuff from Aldi, and when I saw that, I was like, ooh, now do I prefer regular real potatoes? Yeah, I do actually, but I learned to cook with them. At first I was like, oh, I don't like this, but it is what it is. And then we're going to take a can of mushroom, put it right on top. All right, come on. Now with this, you don't really need like any type of water or like, you know, broth, because it's going to make its own juices from everything that I am putting in here. So I'm going to use my fork that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and just put it around. You know, will be good too with the pepperoncinis. But I'm trying to get rid of stuff that I have. So what I do when I buy things, I put the expiration date on it on top of the cans. And when I see that it's getting ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of stuff and looking for recipes like that. Now, don't get me, I'm very short, so I'm on my tippy toes right now, trying to show you what's inside this crock pot. I have a regular crock pot as well, but I'd say this one turns off on its own. It's not like the crock pot that'll keep on going and stuff like that. And there you have it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on. Very heavy lid, excuse me. And then what I'm gonna do is just put it on slow cook. And then I'm going to put it, it gives you like 195, but I want the time go up to, I want it to go slow and just do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the time. And I'm going to do 8 hours. Like I said, still 8.5, because I'm not gonna eat this today. We are a very busy family. So what happens is that we go cook things on Sundays so we can have a meal for Monday. Due to our very, very busy schedule. So once the meat is done, I will show you so you can see how tender it is. Thank you. All right, that's my rump roast. It's done and it's tender. Now, it took more than 8 hours. When people put down that it would take 8 hours, that did not happen. It took me, after 8 hours, to cut it into little pieces and put it back in for another 3 hours for it to cook. It took so long, but it is so good right now. and so tender. It's just all broken apart and everything. So what I'm going to do is take some of this meat and I might just eat it over Hawaiian rolls with some cheese, broil it, and just have a little sandwich. And for my husband, since he's on a diet, I'm going to do some cauliflower rice. And I'm going to let him eat that over cauliflower rice. But you could do anything with this, and there's going to be plenty of leftovers for tomorrow or for another day. I could even freeze it and then cook it up in a couple of days, depending on if I'm in a pinch and I need something quick. So thank you for watching this channel. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. Whatever I could do better, let me know in the comments below. Buen provecho. Please subscribe and have a wonderful day.
Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And hit that notification button so you don't miss the next one.